Bulls down earth. What else have you got?
Hello, and we're live. Welcome to Art to Know Better, Season 4, Episode 14. I'm joined by Schmarty and Jay. How are you doing, boyos?
Not bad, pal. Not bad. Not bad.
You got a fucking filter on, Jay?
No,
You have, haven't you?
No,
You have, haven't you? You definitely have. Look at him.
Everyone-
He looks like right rosy and nice and all filtered.
He hasn't
just
got
the,
the right
He's got one
light,
of them
man.
fancy filters on his
Hey,
computer. hasn't
hang
he?
on.
Get
I think I've
spec.
got some of my tea on my face still.
Did you, oh, I thought you dyed your beard there, Jay.
No,
Jesus, I was going to go, wow.
I think I'm covered in fucking sauce still.
Yeah, you would be though, wouldn't you? Anyway,
In sauce.
we'll play the intro
The
and we'll get back
saucy
to you in
devil.
a second. The saucy
Let's do
devil.
it. A saucy second.
Hi, this is Don Matteo, and you are listening to the Ought to Know Better podcast. Let's do this.
You look like fucking Brolin, you're a Leeds eating bastard.
Like some sort of fucking weird floating head. No.
He's a utensil player a bit, innit?
I mean, I feel a bit right, dickhead.
Nothing spectacular, really.
Jay, I think we're going to keep that nothing spectacular in for another little while. It seems to be going all right.
Yeah, it's working at the moment. Unlike
Yeah.
my camera, which is out of sync again. Fuck knows.
Ah,
why.
technical
Because you've got them
difficulties,
filters
Smarty.
on.
There's
got
no
his bloody
filter here,
filter on.
Smarty.
Ah,
This
I
is just
tell
how
ya.
good I look.
I tell you,
Tell you.
babe.
None of that.
Behave
None of
yourself.
that.
Filters.
None of that.
Behave
Filters.
yourself, Jay. Take that filter off.
So how are you doing, lads?
I'm all right, apart
sound,
from being
mate.
accused of being filtered.
Well, we've seen you in real
It looks
life.
like one of them
Doesn't
sort of badly dubbed Japanese films, like chuffing one at
Do it
Bruce
at the moment,
Lee
yeah.
things. His mouth's not synced to his voice.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah.
I might actually like bang the camera off and back on just to see if it sorts it.
All right, Jan. Well,
What
there
he
you go.
means is
Let's see.
turns the filter.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Is that better?
That is
better,
better, to be
actually.
fair. You
Yeah,
still
it
look
is.
like you've got that filter on, though.
There's no filter here, pal. Let me have a look because you can actually turn one on. So I'm going to turn it on just so you can see.
Fuck it.
I might have
More
to
Brit-
drop out and
More
come
filters than a fucking Brit kettle. Dickhead.
back. How dare you? You just bear with me. Just bear.
Just
with
bear
me.
with you. I will
We
not.
have to wait for
Hang
him
on,
to
I'm
turn
gonna-
him, send more friggin'
Yeah, I'm going to
audio
come
or
back
do it for whatever.
filtered. Give me a second.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He should have a
Okay.
filter, shouldn't he?
he should, yeah. Like a speech filter.
What on earth is he doing?
I don't know, he's gone there, but like, we'll get going, Schmarty, because Jay and his technical difficulties. Like, what's the crack with the predictions?
Well, obviously, because we were a professionally run outfit, I asked Gilly just slightly before the pod was to start, and he says he was on it. So we might have to do
Okay.
the predictions league a little bit later. Maybe when we're actually doing the next predictions for Plymouth, maybe
Now,
we'll
Okay,
do a rundown.
perhaps, yeah, or yeah, we'll try and maybe get them in after the chat about the game, perhaps.
This is with the filter on.
You
You look like Jerry the Berry off Phoenix Nights.
Oh man, that's
Fucking
brilliant.
hell. Come on
Just
now.
back from your
Let's
your
crack
your,
on.
your Benidorm holiday.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn this back off because it'll probably end up
He
lagging
just fell
more.
asleep on the sunbed.
Yeah, that's
Just
it.
paid,
innit?
he paid,
Yeah,
he paid for 10 minutes. Not supposed to go on for 3.
Oh man, yeah. So you were on. I was
No.
going to go to Jay, but he's been a dick. Oh, you weren't on again?
No.
What?
On the Brady and Coke, did you mean?
Yeah.
No, that was, I think it was Jay and, was it Jay and Gilly?
I thought it was meant to be you, though, was it not?
No. It was supposed to be you and Jay, but you buggered off to your homeland, didn't you? You went back to the land of your fathers.
Oh
Buggered
no,
off
I
back to sample some of Ireland's finest.
I did. Yeah, I had a lovely few pints of Guinness as
Lucky
well.
sod.
But
I didn't think they still let you in.
yeah, they did. Yeah, my passport hasn't
Fucking hell,
expired.
you're bloody sucking on that. Christ.
It's my frozen cocktail.
It's like a pissing advert for fucking Timotei or something shit, this. Fucking Vidal, Sassoon and whatever else they wear. Come on, let's talk about Leeds.
All right, yeah.
Parrot Bay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'd just like to say for all of the people who voted for Brexit and all that, thanks very much. The real life duty free is back when you go to Ireland. 4 litres of absolute joy came back with me from Ireland. So that's great. Thanks for Brexit. Proper duty
Why didn't you
free.
stick it up your ass?
I couldn't fit it, man. I'd have brought more bottles if I could. But yeah. But anyway,
Not what I heard. Anyway,
let's get on to the game. Anyway, Smarty, did you get a chance to watch it?
I did. I watched all of it. I didn't fall
All of
asleep
it?
at all.
At all?
No, not once.
Nice.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself on Friday. I thought we were fantastic. Really, really good game. Before, I think we spoke, all of us, before in the chat, and I think I said so on one of the shows last week, that I was really, really looking forward to the game, regardless of the result. And it didn't disappoint, did it? I just thought we were brilliant. You know, right from the off, we took it to them, and we played some really nice, crisp, clean football. We didn't let them get out of their half at first 15 minutes. It was just a joy to behold. I think to a man, everyone had a really, really good performance. You know, I was worried slightly at some point by Byram picking up a yellow card so early on. I thought Archie got a bit of a torrid time. Their wingers were really effective. I kind of expected something to happen. Can't remember the right winger's name because I'm never going to remember it if I try and speak it anyway. But when he cut inside, obviously.
is it Fatawu or Fatawu or something?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm not entirely sure how you say it.
Even if I had it in front of me, I wouldn't know. You've just
they had Mavadidi as well, didn't they?
Yeah. So you cut inside Byram and I'd shot, obviously, at the bar, so I thought, ooh, it's on now. But I don't know. With the 3 worst people to probably have a go at chuffing trying to pronounce this out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know who we mean.
Yeah, Gilly and Luke are the men of international mystery.
That's right.
But no, I thought it was brilliant. I did think that it would only a matter of time before they got into the game, and they did. But luckily, didn't really. It came in kind of waves rather than consistently. I think as backs were to the wall, we kind of we hemmed in a little bit in the kind of including stoppage time, last 10 minutes when they've had their first shot on target, I believe, in the 95th minute. Mm-hmm. And then a cracking save by Melier. But no, really, really enjoyed it. I thought everyone were wonderful. Wonderful. What a wonderful set of lads we've got. Kamara, hats off to him. I think he's getting it better week by week as well. He was just solid and just oozes class in midfield, doesn't he? I mean, we look back at frigging Brendan Aronson and bloody Mark Rocker and stuff like that, the lads that were playing in that sort of position last year. It's just absolute chalk and cheese. I don't give a shit about frigging Premier League and Championship, the difference between the leagues. The guys have just brimming with class, and it just really, really tells. And that obviously breeds confidence within our lot as well. But I thought, no, they were brilliant, all of them.
I did think he outshone Ampadu a little bit in large spells of that game. Ampadu was very good, but I thought that Kamara outshone him, you know, for large portions of the game. But to say he's outshone Ampadu and Ampadu's played extremely well is some testament to his performance. And I was kind of I didn't know how I'd take Kamara going in there instead of Gray, because I thought initially when he started playing in there instead of Gray, we lost that impetus going forward where Gray was taking the ball on and he was just charging through midfield. But Kamara is very, very progressive at picking players out with forward passes as well as keeping it safe. So it's good to have a mature head in there that's looking like he's doing the same as Gray was before he started getting his chance in the midfield.
You look at Mark Rocker, and we're gonna obviously compare people from last season to this season.
Yeah.
You look at Mark Rocker compared to Kamara, and in that position, understandably, obviously a higher level of playing and stuff like that in the Premier League. But you look at that position when Mark Rocker comes under a little bit of pressure or whatever, he shits himself. Probably tries to make a stupid pass or just loses the ball completely. Kamara is just he'll turn. He's kind of got the foreshore turn where he'll just can literally spin on a sixpence, get out of trouble, and then look and probably progress that ball or make a nice, steady, simple pass as well. There's much more to his game. For me,
I think I said that about him before. It's like
we all have.
Yeah,
we all have. Yeah,
he does all the good stuff Forshaw did, but loads more on top. Yeah. He can actually play football. He's got some vision. He's got
like you say, your Brendan Aronson, your Forshaw, and your frigging Mark Rocker kind of all rolled into one because he can do all three things. You know, your Brendan, obviously, he used to carry the ball and lose it a lot. Mark Rocker for his passing ability, obviously, yeah, that's a lot soaked up by Ampadu. But you know, Forshaw with his control and his calm head in midfield, you've got all three in Kamara, and then you've got Ampadu playing off the side of him, just being an absolute colossus in midfield. I said to a few people before, not necessarily on pod because I didn't get a chance to obviously come on before Leicester game, but I always thought that the battle would be won and lost in the centre of the midfield, especially with Harry Winks, the greatest Championship player ever in the world.
Oh yeah,
just
greatest player ever.
Absolutely, the Championship's ever seen. But yeah, I kind of thought it's going to be a real test for them too, and they excelled and they absolutely bossed it, and they were limited to really trying to get at us from around the backs of our wing backs, and we were just solid, defended really well. In fact, both teams, credit to Leicester as well because they played really well as well. It's definitely the best game of the season for me personally so far. As a spectacle.
Yeah, I think so as well. I was that happy with the performance. I watched the full match again on the bus journey from Galway to Dublin. It was just that enjoyable to watch. Don't get me wrong, Leicester had their bits and their spells where they looked like they were going to threaten, but I thought we neutralised Jamie Vardy very, very well.
Yeah,
took him off, didn't they? Fairly.
Yeah,
early,
exactly. They sacked him off. But he plays a high line, and he looks to get in behind the defence from a through ball from midfield. But if you've got no midfield because they've been neutralised by our guys, then the only options, which is what they had, were to go around the outside and down the lines. And Jamie Vardy's not a sort of person that's going to be getting on headers that are 6.5 foot up in air and stuff. He likes to use his pace and his agility to get through, and there was just nothing coming through for him.
Yeah,
just completely took him out of the game straight away, and he's their biggest, one of their biggest threats. So,
yeah, I thought as well. Harry Winks was fairly quiet the whole time.
He was quiet, and Dewsbury Hall were quiet.
Yeah, but I like you'd put that down to how they were marked out of the game, but it didn't ever leave our players exposed, kind of marking them to that extent, and it even got to the point where Dewsbury Hall and the other fellow were pushed so far back we didn't even need to defend for large periods, so our fullbacks were getting forward all the time. It was just really, really nice to watch, and how far up we pressed them. Like the first 10 minutes, Peru could have had a goal. When you watch it back, it's kind of like he
the
scuffs
wild
the
shot
ground.
that he fired over.
Yeah, but it looks like he
should have
scuffs
buried
the ground.
He should have buried that.
Yeah,
that's what he's there for. And if he's not going to do all else for the rest of the game, he needs to be scoring them.
He took his chance really well. Well, not obviously the finish, but he set himself up really, really well for it. He took the ball. He shimmied to right, faked it, and dragged it to left, and then he just hoyed it straight into the stand, didn't he? But
I was there, wasn't I? So
I was there. Oh, I'm special.
I actually missed that shot because I missed the first 10 minutes or something trying to get in, get around the roadworks and closed roads and find somewhere to fucking dump the car and stuff. It took me 3 hours to get to Leicester. The traffic was that bad. But
Jesus, that is bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. I was just like,
sure.
Yeah, pretty much. But I got in there eventually, and it was just amazing being there. The atmosphere was just probably one of the best I've ever been to. Probably the best away atmosphere I've ever been to. It was just rocking, literally. In the second half, the stand was moving. You could feel it. It was rocking under everyone.
It looked quality whenever the cameras went.
It were amazing.
Yeah,
I thought for a minute.
It was shite.
I thought for a minute, oh shit, this is not safe, is it? And then I thought, fuck it, and started jumping too. It was just that good. And
not that you'd have a fucking massive effect on it, Jay, like a Super Mario jumping up and down.
I'm pretty wide, might not be tall, but But that's it. It's all about that. I were sort of watching that last half hour of the game after that goal, and I was just on a knife edge, man. The tension were unbearable, and they just every time kept going for that right wing, and he cut in, and he went to the line, and he got ball across, and you were just waiting for something to happen, and you were just hoping that it wouldn't, And that save at the last sort of second, the atmosphere was just electric, man. It just went nuts when that happened, when the final whistle went. It was just unreal, absolutely unreal. There were people
Rotherham are beating
Ipswich,
by the way.
Yeah, he flashed it up before.
I flashed it up there a little while ago, yeah.
But I mean, that half hour that we in the lead for it would just wave after wave at that point from them. And we just defended so well, so resolutely. I was worried every time they got the ball, thinking, "Oh God!" But like the way it were organised was just perfect, and our wingers were coming back and letting us double up on their wingers.
Yeah.
Instead of being sat up the pitch waiting for a ball out, which we'd normally want them to do. But it was just the game plan were perfect. Everything about it was just what it had to be, and I don't know. Everything sort of went right. We dug in, and it came off.
Yeah, I did like the way, like you were saying there, Jay, that the midfielders were actually back, but it didn't stop us breaking with absolute pace and one direction was just get it as far forward as we can, hold on to the ball and bring other players in as well,
What are you doing with that straw?
He's wanking it off, man.
I'm mixing it up because
mixing his
it's all
fucking fanny drink around, look.
It's really frozen. It tastes like fucking mouthwash, to be honest with you.
Sounds lovely.
Why have you come on a Tuesday night and started drinking mocktails or whatever it is?
I just fancied a drink because I'm on wheel lot and you stress me out.
Is that it?
Yeah, there's no beer left.
Well, that's fair enough, I suppose.
I'm just drinking what we're left.
I get
Needs
that.
using.
I get that.
I suppose you are doing your fucking shellacs there with bloody nail file or something while we're on.
I'm very
Christ.
cosmopolitan, mate.
Shellacs and get them
got
on the UV light, is it?
Got my back scratcher here, Smarty.
Back scratcher?
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's great, is that? It's great.
So, Jay, do you want to do some comments there, do you?
You want me to fire through the comments?
Go on, yeah, you do it so well.
Can't wait to listen to one of you pronouncing one of the people's names in the comments. Like, I think you know which one it is.
Well, I already know how to say it. Anyway, Skip says Jay looks like a sunburnt character from The Deliverance. Thank you, Skip.
I'll just go with that. That's fairly accurate.
Wow.
Arse Ripper, the one that.
There you go. What a name. What a name.
We not in Top Gear yet. I saw him comment on, I think it might have been one of Joe's shows, and somebody thought that someone thought that Danny Rumsey was being called a stripper or something because they just didn't understand what was going on when someone quoted his name. It was great. I love how that causes a bit of confusion. Diggler TC, he says, I heard another content creator say that some of the football this season is the best he's ever seen from a Leeds United team. And do you know, I agree with him. I'd say it's good, but it's not.
Was he?
It's not up there with Bielsa yet, and it's not up there. It's not up there with O'Leary's European side yet.
Look, if he gets us promoted in his first season, then ask that question again at the end of the season, Diggler TC.
Absolutely, yeah. That's when we can start asking stuff
that's
like
when
that.
you give your.
I think it's subject to mass debate. I bet I was very careful how I said that then.
Yes,
because I think it depends. I think it depends what kind of generation you belong to. You know, you've got your old boys that'll say that you'll never top.
It does, yeah.
Don Revy's era, and obviously my age, our age, kind of. You know, we were lucky enough to see the late '90s and O'Leary's spell. The guys who are a little bit older, Wilco's. I don't ever hear anyone saying that you're not that older.
I saw Wilco's.
Yeah, but
I saw some of it, but don't really remember it.
What I'm saying is, like, you don't ever hear people saying that Wilco's football were fantastic. It were effective, and the team were brilliant. But the football that were played wasn't like we've seen under Bielsa and stuff like that. But I agree with Diggler. You know, facts. It's very, very. It's aggressive but controlled. Which Bielsa's was more swashbuckling. I think it was just madness.
Yeah, definitely.
I think. It was easier on the eye, but I think Farke's football's more effective.
It was like a football version of the Blitz with Bielsa's style.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was always a pattern of play to Bielsa's hectic, like people fucking dubbed it the basketball style football, but there was always definitive patterns of play, like, you know, even as hectic as it was, you know. But with Farke, I think it's like you were saying, it's more controlled. But there is a pattern of play to get to a certain part of the pitch, and then it's we need to go forward, you know, which is good, like. But it's not a Jesse Marsh going forward, lose the ball, and hopefully win it back again, like, you know. That's
and everyone run after it.
Yeah.
We used to liken it to the team of like, was it 100 Japanese kids against like 3 professional Japanese players?
Yeah.
And just literally 100 of these kids chasing after the ball.
Yeah.
These 3 lads trying their best to score past them. Yeah. That was literally what watching Jesse's football was like. It was just terrible.
It was
terrible.
But yeah, no, that's definitely a debate that we can mull over for the rest of the season.
We shall revisit that. Johnny Brown says we have to be careful with Archie. I agree with that.
JB in the house.
Kid out.
Yeah, Johnny.
Big up, Johnny. Paul Brennan, friend of the pod, he says the whole team playing for the shirt and smiles on their faces. The only player who isn't giving everything to me is Willie. Careful, Paul. I would be bothered if Willie went in January. He's looked a bit off, hasn't he? He has looked a bit off.
I've seen a few. I don't know how true they are, to be fair. But I've seen a few articles and tweets saying that Lazio are looking at him and another couple of Italian teams, perhaps. Mm-hmm. I don't think he'll go to any of the bottom rung Premier League teams now. I think he's seen that it's not worth it. He'd rather go and play somewhere else.
I've seen that he's seeking a move in January.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what to believe because it's hearsay
exactly
the majority of the time, obviously. But you know, we're only a couple of months away now from the January transfer window, so it's got to start at some point. And it's like frigging Mariah Carey. You know, Christmas is coming. You know, usually end of frigging October, early November. You fucking Mariah's on. She's defrosted. They've defrosted her.
Yeah.
It's time to bring out her best hits or whatever. You know, it's only a matter of time before you start hearing about you saying transfers. Best hits. Steady. See what you did there.
Well, hopefully he doesn't
Naughty
leave.
boy.
But if he doesn't leave, hopefully he pulls his socks up.
Fuck him. Get him fucked off, the fucking rat bastard. Bollocks to him.
I'd rather he redeemed himself and put some effort in. If he's not gonna.
It would always say, yeah, he'll do for now because he's going to try and he's stayed and they've convinced him to stay. But fuck him. He wanted out then. Fuck him. See you later, pal. Off you pop. I'll buy you a fucking plane ticket out of here, you miserable little shit.
I think it was a case that everyone knew that something may come along in January anyway. I think we all nearly said it at some point when he did come back in that he'd still probably want to move in January. Just for now, the club wanted to show potentially that they have the power over the players, and again, it's a good thing as well because no one's bigger than the club. So
it's just not that the way he's conducting himself. It doesn't look good though, does it?
No,
you see that he goes down the tunnel at full time and go and do the lap of honour, whatever you want to call it. You know, at full time and stuff like. You don't cut the fans. It just kind of leaves a bit of a bad taste in your mouth. I've heard that he's been instructed not to do so and to kind of keep his head down and stuff. But for me, I think it's a little bit deeper than that. So the way he conducts himself, the way that he's playing. You know, whether he's sulking or not, I don't give a shit if to remain professional.
I mean, how much difference would it make, though, if he went down the tunnel, but he were clapping as he went, and he could still go straight down the tunnel, and it wouldn't be as negative, would it?
People would still see it, yeah.
But it's just a complete lack of anything, isn't it? He just goes, it's like, finish work.
Anthony's coming down from Bournemouth, from a Premier League to the Championship because we swapped him with the other rat bastard that went the other way. And he doesn't look like a miserable little shit when he comes on the field. But Nonto does. You know, it's like, hold on a minute.
It's because he just is.
It's mad. It's gone from where Jesse Marsh was saying that Nonto was a good, positive influence on Somerville. And then him to go the total polar opposite and be the little shite that he's been at the minute.
Little shite
that he's been at the minute, yeah.
You can take your fucking Louis Vuitton frigging baggy pants and your page boy suit and fuck off whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Fuck him.
Right, we better move on anyway. We spent a fair while on that comment.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul. See what these mocktails are doing for you, Jay.
It's you that's doing this.
No good.
Skip says when Dijed Spence is back, and if Kamara keeps up, Dijed keeps up with his quality performances, it's going to be tough for Gray to get in the starting 11, and rightly so. Skip, it should be tough for a 17-year-old to get in the starting 11.
Yeah,
you don't want to burn the kid out. Use him when we have that luxury rather than relying on him.
Yeah, I think Spence isn't far away from coming back now, is he? To be fair, and like you were saying, Jay, you do want to look after Archie as much as you want to see him play and this and that. Like the way he's played up to this point in the season, he's still probably going to win Young Player of the Year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you kind of look at it going, all right, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I think if there's players to the standard of Deej Spence,
Jed Spence,
Djed,
Jed's dead.
Jed's
dead, honey.
You have to put them. Jed's dead, baby. You have to put them in the team if the standard of player you're bringing in is going to be better than that of a 17-year-old. Let's be honest.
Absolutely do.
Yeah, he'll have his time. He's got plenty of time to. And he's.
Sorry,
I was just going to say he's in a very, very good situation now where he's getting game time. He's playing as a 17-year-old, playing with the breadth of professionals that are around him and bringing him on. He's in a perfect situation, really. And he will get his opportunities. If Jed comes back into the fold, which I'm certain he will do, you're going to see Archie Gray coming in off the bench as an attacking option going forward. Tired legs, Archie Gray likes to get into trouble, likes to mix it up.
Yeah,
and he's fearless. So, it's a positive as well, and we're not going to tire him out playing him so much like you guys have already said. So, it's a win-win for everyone, really, isn't it?
Exactly. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, do you think... Yeah, well, I'll talk about it another time, so go on.
Talk about it now if you want.
No, it's just another...
We'll save it for a rainy
day. You're the host.
Save it for a rainy day. Like,
do what you want, sure,
right.
Cal. Fucking up.
Exactly. Andy A-Law says, what about that body slam by Somerville? That was ace. I think we need that with some WWE commentary on it, don't we?
Yeah, we definitely do.
Jay, that's your job. Don't do it! Oh my God! He's killed him! That's what we need.
Yep.
Fair enough. I'll move on. Smarty's saying nothing. Johnny Brown, good old Johnny, says we outplayed them in their own backyard. They haven't come up against a team with an attack like ours. They did lose to Hull, though.
Yeah, but they also lost away to Hull.
But no one else has laid a glove on them. That's true, yeah. That's a good point. Smarty, you on like a sponsored silence now, or
no? I'm just letting you crack on through them comments, love.
Okay, mate, no worries. Friend of the pod, Matt Leeds says, "Hi guys, how you all doing? Not
Let's
bad,
go,
mate,
Matt.
Not bad.
Super.
Hope you're well." Liam B says, "Bielsa was beautiful football."
It was.
Diggler has come back and said Bielsa's footy was crazy and amazing. Yeah, incredible, really. The current crop of players are better than what Bielsa had, in my opinion. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. Squad-wise,
100%.
Yeah. It's a much stronger squad. I'd love to see what he'd have done with this lot.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, but the beauty about Bielsa's football was the fact that he could take average players and, it would be, absolutely, and Tyler Roberts. But the beautiful part of it was that he took an average, very, very average group of players and made them, title contenders. And that's we would have all given us left bollock to see what he could have done with an actual really, really good set of players.
That's right.
Maybe you don't have a left bollock, but I do. And I would have happily given it to see what he could have done with some world-class players. So,
well, he did tell him change the team or him.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it. And they chose the wrong thing.
Bastards. Snakes and bastards. Buy it this Christmas. Fun for all the family. Lee Fryer from Andy's Man Club. He says, our lass is making me watch the Bastard Bake Off, but I'm looking forward to listening to you lads on my walk to work in the morning.
No. We've lost one. He's fallen. We're man down.
As soon as the lads went back, we knew this was going to start happening.
What is going on there, Lee, mate?
We did, didn't we?
At
least we don't lose them
in your kitchen.
At least we don't lose them to X Factor anymore.
Yeah, that's just pure.
Is that still going? That?
Nah, that's what I mean. It's not on anymore, is it?
Is it stopped now?
Nah, they got rid of it a few years back, didn't they? It was garbage.
Oh, that's after they got beaten to number 1 by Rage Against the Machine, probably, was it?
Probably, yeah. John LUFC Garside says, best game I went to was the replay against Stuttgart in the new camp. Never seen a stadium as big.
Lucky fucker, John.
Oh, yeah. That must have been
John Carl shot, like.
Yeah. On his birthday when he scored that.
Yeah.
Matt Leeds says, sometimes I feel like, who does he think he is? What has he done when he's played this season? If you can't do it in the Championship, why does he deserve a top club? That must be about Willie, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely.
He has been. I mean, he has sustained a few injuries, hasn't he? Let's be fair. But he's probably because he's been tripping up over his bottom lip. So.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nice.
And I'll We'll just make it clear you're talking about him sulking there. Leeds United review says, "Evening, everyone."
Good
How's it
evening.
going? Yeah,
Thanks for joining
right.
us.
So
That's it.
that's great, Jay. Nice one, man. So
Always
look,
right.
I'd just like to maybe briefly. I haven't really looked into anything, but I just want to mention the lone rat watch.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Aronson.
Now I get why you didn't say up before the pod, because we'd have told you to fuck off with that. We're not doing it.
Yeah, but it's going to be quick. It's not going to be any length of time at all. I just thought it was funny
Aronson,
that
shit.
Aronson gets spanked for the 12th time by Cock. So he hasn't won a competitive game of football in 12 games.
Wow. So now we know who the problem was.
Well, it's like, what do you do with that? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how anyone else is getting on, because, quite frankly, I was downstairs cooking until about 10 minutes before the pod, like, so I didn't really get a chance to have a look. But
It was a nice idea.
yeah. I just thought, Aronson getting spanked by Cock 12 times was just a funny kind of headline that you could put out somewhere,
It's great. It's
So
just useless, isn't it? He's just shit.
He's a fraud.
Like,
He's a genuine fraud. He's a fraud of a footballer.
would you say he's worse than Adrian?
Yeah.
Did we really see much of Adrian though? We didn't.
Not
did we?
really.
Because he was always frigging injured.
Just
Yeah,
remember him
that's
rolling around like a fish.
Yeah.
But at least you remember him. You won't remember Aronson.
No, you
the thing
will
is-
for all the wrong reasons. Like you remember Adrian for all the wrong frigging reasons. Oh, we've signed this Juffin. What are you from Flamengo or something that we've signed him?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that, wasn't it? We signed this
Brazilian
Brazilian
team.
number
Brazil,
9.
yeah.
He's going to be brilliant. Blah 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 blah. And it was fucking dog meat. But then again, the whole team were dog meat. We were just literally. It was just brimming with Italians, wasn't it? Like Bianchi and Wendicara and Antonucci, and it was just fucking hell. What a time to be alive, the Chileno years.
Apparently, Weston McKennie has got an assist this season. He's got 1 assist in 11 games.
Some man.
Has he?
What a guy.
Probably passed the McDonald's to someone through the fucking
I was just going to say, he got the Coke and passed it backwards.
Yeah, that's it. Fat bastard.
It's like marathon runners when you see him grabbing drinks off people in crowd, but he's going getting hot dogs and burgers.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Fucking hell. Andy here is saying Aronson struggles to play football because he's always on the floor. That's very true. Absolutely spot on, Andy.
It is hard to play football when you're laying down.
Yeah, it's like a lad I knew years ago. He didn't work for donkey's years, and one of the lads turned around to me, he was like, "If there was work in the bed, you'd sleep on the floor, you fucker." So it's like
Mark writes in the comments, and he's made another wonderful point as well. Someone's closed it down.
Sorry, Smarts. Did it again.
Jesus
there.
Christ,
You go
lads,
for
come
it,
on.
Smarty.
No, you go. I've taken me. I'm completely off the mouse now. You're driving this thing. Jesus.
You're like two people that try to walk around each other.
It's like fucking Waldorf and Statler me and him, aren't we? Fucking hell. Mark Wright has said that the Viking isn't getting great reviews either. I'd totally forgotten about him. What an absolute! He's another fraud. He's another fraud of a footballer. How many other frauds can we name? How
him
many
and
frauds are
Llorente-
there in last year's team?
Yeah, him and Llorente.
Llorente were all right under Bielsa though, wasn't he?
Yeah, but they
He
were
did all right
fraud
under
for a
Bielsa.
goal.
He still did
leading
stupid
Roma.
stuff.
Yeah, I know he did, but like I'm on about someone who he's getting paid to be a footballer, and it's fraudulent because they are not footballers; they are shit.
Yeah.
I've seen amateurs that are better.
Yeah,
Do you remember when people?
I'm going to throw
wanted rid of
Junior Firpo
Alioski?
in there as well. Fuck him.
Do you remember when people
'cause
wanted rid of Alioski because he was shit, and then we just got worse players instead?
Alioski were class.
I thought
I think
he was
people-
great, but everyone hated him. He used to score the odd
Alioski is
goal. He never stopped running. I thought he was great. He just
As
wasn't
a
technically
right
the best.
winger, or as a winger, under the who did we sign him under?
Bielsa, Alioski.
Nope.
Oh,
No,
Christiansen.
Christiansen,
Christiansen. Yeah, Christiansen, because we had Alioski and Saiz and a
Click
couple
and
of
all
others.
that came in, didn't they?
Lasoga, and it was that year,
yeah.
wasn't it? And he used to cut in and he used to score. He scored some really, really good goals, did Alioski, over the years. And
Yeah,
when they put him down in left back position, He liked to tackle, and he could play. He could do that overlapping really, really well.
He couldn't stay on side when he played on wing, could he?
True, and he wasn't the best at tackling, but he used to get stuck in. And all that people were asking for was someone that was actually better at defending, which Alioski didn't really tick that box. However, we got a worse fucking left back in Junior Firpo. And we've been searching for one ever since.
This then reverts to the thing I wasn't going to say earlier on. With Firpo.
Why is this some sort of secret fucking show or something? What's going on? What's wrong with you?
I don't know what it's all about.
I'm not going to say it now, but it just, you were talking about it there. Does Firpo get in the team when he's fully fit?
No.
No.
Of a Sam Byram, you fucking taking some at you. You got a fucking prick stick jammed up your nose or something. What's going on?
Huh? He's got shit up his ass.
He's been in Ireland. He's clearly hanging out of his ass still or something. Fucking 2-day hangover or something.
Yeah, that's it. It's a heavy weekend.
I'm sorry for going on you like that, Carl, but fucking hell. Do you actually think he will? Do you think he will?
No, I just wanted your opinion on it. That's all. I just seeing what the reaction would be like. And clearly, I don't ask questions like that when Smarty's on anymore.
Not about Junior fucking Firpo, anyway.
Especially when he's already told me he's a bag of shite.
You might as well ask him your next question. Would you put Bamford back in team?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I saw some stupid article today saying that Fark is losing patience with Pirro and that he may drop him.
Don't be silly.
Yeah, I don't even give a fuck if Fark's patience bar is in the minuses. You still don't fucking put Patrick Bamford in there. Jesus Christ. Half of the frigging team could fall down a well and he still won't play for me.
Exactly.
He's shite.
Exactly.
Oh, Christ, on a bike.
No, never.
Well.
Never again.
In a million years. Not a chance.
So just while we're on loans and all that, this man could be got on loan.
Well, we should as well, so he can make those 200 appearances.
Yeah, what do you think? I've been badgering him on Instagram a little bit, but he hasn't replied.
No, he blocked you.
No, he hasn't yet. Surprisingly enough, he hasn't. No.
It's that fucking nutter again off that podcast.
Yeah.
Scottish Audrey on
Here, look, we'd got to nearly 37 minutes without any fucker mentioning it. And now you do it. Someone in the
Who's
comments.
that Scottish fella?
Who's the Scottish fella?
Scottish fella, yeah. Can't understand that Scottish fella.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'd have him back, mate. I think he'd contribute something,
long.
but I just wouldn't want anyone to miss out because of it. The guys who have committed already to be here after all the turmoil. But yeah, I'd have him as someone in the squad and he'd play the odd game and stuff, definitely.
Yeah, I'd like to see him back just for, because their pre-season doesn't start until, what is it, June or something, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Is it
we've a good comment here. To be fair, Fark can't get annoyed at Pirro when it's him that's playing him out of position.
That's true.
That's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
Or not, as he would say in his press conferences. But at the end of the day, the only thing I'll say on Pirro is, and I know a few others made the same comment, is whatever he's doing, it's working. You take him out of whatever he's doing and put someone else in, who's to say that we'll still play the same and get the same results, etc., and play as well?
Yeah.
And I've said this before, you don't change a winning team.
No,
you don't.
Not at all.
So...
And I think we do have squad depth, and I know Stoke was a bit of an anomaly, that no one really turned up for Stoke, but we do have squad depth there to be able to change it when needed. That
was just a mistake when it playing Gduev and a few other fringe players instead. I think it was an issue. That were an error on Fark's part. Understandable that we had games either side at the weekends, and it was a midweek game. So I understand that he wanted to get game time into the lads with them sort of. With the not so fresh legs, but it was a mistake. For me, you don't change a winning team, and it could have very well made some substitutions halfway through that game. Very well early into the second half, and let the lads who've done quite a lot of game time have a bit of time off and bring in some players once we've been established and stuff. Maybe in the lead, hopefully, especially against Stoke. I mean, come on, fucking hell.
Yeah, Fark should have known better than that.
He might do that next time after that experience. You never know.
Yeah, but he's been to Stoke on a wet, dirty old weekday night. He should have known better. I'm not having that.
He should have known better.
He should have known better.
He's done really well to this point, so I'll let him have one slip up.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I think he's earned that.
Poor old Robbie Numbers here is back in the comments. How are you, Robbie Numbers? Click, not for me.
Boo.
Know about that.
Boo.
It's a bit of a
Well, it won't be for
controversial one, that
everyone, you
Robbie
know.
numbers.
I want this one.
Yeah.
Andy's saying Click would be great off the bench, some classic Click housery. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him just pissing around, squirting water bottles down backs of Leicester players' necks? They'll be going fucking mad. I mean, they were very upset, weren't they, after that game? So Click would have been great there.
Bring him off for Kamara. You've got, your options would be Click and Gray. In that kind of position. Why
Wouldn't be
not?
a bad place to be.
Having Click and Gray as them sort of attacking 8 options.
Yeah, exactly.
Deadly, wouldn't it?
It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Really, but
we finish up now with this section, lads. With just for a comment from Evie again. I agree. Don't change a winning team, but Jorginho moves to 10 when Bamford comes on. We would still win games, but maybe more comfortably if Perot was at 9 playing in the more advanced role.
He does and he doesn't, because I think he has more of the free reigning. It's not specifically a number 10 because he drifts from side to side a lot as well. He plays quite wide as Jorginho if you're watching. You're right. He does go into the middle as well. But you'll look 9 times out of 10 whenever he gets the ball, he takes it from wide positions and moves it centrally.
I think he's just trying to stay as far away from Bamford as he can so that he don't catch whatever affliction has sapped Bamford of all his ability.
All right, let's not get into a Bamford bashing session here. All right,
Might be like Jesus a footballing EMP.
Like
get too near him.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm saying let's not bash
some good comments
Bamford.
from Evie Holmes O'Brien though. yeah, she's right.
Yeah, I know. I said let's not bash Bamford, but where is it there now? That one there.
It's a tight run ship this when you're doing it, Carl.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but the comments just flew in there. I had the old cursor.
It's like having a geriatric on showing. I mean, I know it's oldest out of all of us, but fucking hell, it's like flicking through them all. How do I make it go away?
Fucking, I nearly came to that one night, lads. I'm not even joking.
Evie's back in the comments saying Jorginho is a free spirit. He absolutely is.
He is,
and I love him.
Yeah,
even if Gilly don't.
With the.
It's a very strange take that he doesn't rate him in it. You have to admire him for doubling down on his very, very, very odd opinion of Jorginho Rutter being probably our best attacking option in the whole team at the moment in time.
He's going to take it to grave, isn't he?
Has he actually not with anyone else that he's
says
changed
he's
his mind with? Oh no, he hated Cock
shit
from the get-go, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
He's not a fan of Cock at all.
No.
I defended Cock last year, and he's just not a fan
That's
of
not
Cock.
what I heard.
I just think that's a lost old bit of crack on the old.
It's too easy, mate. It's too easy. Yeah, we've been robbed of that, haven't we?
Yeah, we have been robbed of something pure there. We'll move on, lads, with this comment here from John. Plymouth won't be easy. Smarty, I'll come to you first. What do you think is the crack going to be on Saturday? How do you think we're going to play? Like, Plymouth aren't playing too badly at the same time either, you know?
Yeah, but they're not Leicester, and we've just beaten arguably the best team in the league, apparently, according to everybody else. Even Leicester fans that we've obviously been barraged by on frigging social platforms and social media platforms, should I say. It's just... I don't know. Obviously, I expect us to win. I expect us to put a good performance in. We're at home, playing in the white shirt, of course, which gives us a little boost because we haven't lost so far with the white shirt. And we're going to do it now, aren't we? Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I'd like to see the same. Is Jed Spence back in contention now? Is he training now? He won't come on. He won't come on to start anyway. But I'm hoping that he makes it into the team. If he is available, then we will probably start with Gray at right back again, and then hopefully Jed will come in. But it's relatively unchanged, the whole thing.
DJ,
we go and do the exact same thing that we've done. It's like I feel like Blackadder sometimes. General Melchit.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go over the top 99 times. One more time won't make any difference, will it? So we'll play exactly the same way we have done for the last 14 or 15 games. Simple. Apart from Southampton and Stoke.
I think you're probably right.
Apart from them.
Do you think there'll be any changes?
No, I don't think there'll be any changes.
Unless there's any injuries. I wouldn't have thought so.
I can't see any reason to change it. Can you?
Why would you? Don't change a winning
You
team.
You wouldn't, would you? It's shit for us. It don't give us much to actually talk about, but you can't really change a team after going beating best in the league like that. Well, previously best in the league. Now we're the best.
Yeah. Top Banana seems to.
Well, yeah, but we've got to
it's-
put his money where his mouth is. Sorry, Carl, go on.
Sorry, no, I thought you'd finished there, Smarty. Top Banana says Spence not till after international break.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
that's what I
fair.
thought.
Be
A couple
great
more
then.
weeks, I think I heard last.
I
But I don't know if
Shaq's
that
fit
meant.
yet, is he?
I don't know if that meant a couple of weeks till he's training again, or a couple of weeks till he's actually back. I'm assuming
Yeah.
it meant training.
Right, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Do you think Gray starts
Yeah,
again? Same spot?
yeah.
I think
He's
so,
had
yeah.
his bit of a break. Like there was the last game we played at home, he wasn't even named on the bench really, was he?
No, give him a rest, didn't he?
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't know how Plymouth play. Excuse my my entitledness, I suppose. But there are certain teams in this league that I wouldn't probably watch if you gave me a gold pig. Plymouth are one of them. Why would you? Oh, I know. I'll watch Plymouth Argyle for a crack this Saturday afternoon. It's just never going to happen. So I couldn't tell you a single thing about them. I don't know anyone who plays for them. I don't know the manager. Probably should have looked before we came on here and have to do a podcast about them. Whereabouts are they in the league? Do we know?
I'll bring it up. Give me 2 minutes.
Mid-table.
Give me 2 minutes.
That's what she said. Hey.
So just with that in mind, there's two
the 19th.
contrasting. Or the 19th. Well, they started out quite well, to be fair, but yeah, they're probably falling away. But
Ipswich
there's
are 1-1
two
now, by the
contrasting
way.
comments here.
Yeah.
So we've got Andy here saying we should batter Plymouth. The players should be high on confidence after that Leicester win. I agree, Andy, but I also agree with Evie and says I hope we don't get too cocky this weekend when everyone says we'll smash Plymouth. Then we get our backsides handed to us. I like going under the radar. Southampton are doing that now. So I agree with Andy, what he says, but I also agree with what Evie's saying there in the comments as well,
There you go. There's the table.
Right.
Plymouth down there. Shit. Goal difference of 1. It's not bad to say down there, to be fair. Everyone else are like minus 13, minus 12, but
That's what I mean. Like that. Yeah.
We can't be fearing a team like that. We just have to go and impose
Only 12
ourselves
points
and-
behind us.
Only 12, yeah. We're like, oh, we can catch Leicester, but Plymouth will never catch us.
What are the? Can you pull up their previous fixtures, Jay?
Yeah, give us a sec.
Are you on FootMob here or?
I'm on
Live score, it says it at the top.
Oh, right, sorry.
You've got your readers on, Cal.
I'm telling you, man, I'd be struggling here because I have the small screen and I have the comments open and I'm like, what the hell is that saying?
So these are the most recent. They do score goals.
Yeah, they're not goal
They do
shy.
score goals.
Well, they will do against Sheffield Wednesday and anyone that's down that sort of end of the table.
We didn't.
No, we
but
didn't. No.
The thing is, what we got to do is, we've got to battle that defensive or low block, as the modern people kind of that say. Evie's right.
Yeah.
We can't get too complacent. We probably did with Stoke, and we need to be calm, and we need to be controlled, and we need to attack like we did against Leicester. For me, you go into every game like that, but I know from personal experience and watching us, that we don't do that always. Look at 10-man Wigan. We went in cocky, and them sort of results can happen. Plymouth will definitely play very, very defensively. It's the only way they can probably get that sort of team that are down there, and that's the only way that they're going to effectively get any sort of result against us.
Look at that against Norwich.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
6-2.
Like they've not been playing awful badly. It's just they can't get a consistent run of form. That's the thing.
They look like there's no nils though, is there?
No,
There's
they
no
don't
nils
get
though, is
that.
there? So it looks like they're pretty porous at the back as well.
There's a nil there against West Brom, but West Brom are crap.
Yeah, but it was 0-0 though, wasn't it?
And there's
They
one
didn't
there.
score either, did they?
But not many. Only
Yeah,
two.
they look pretty frail as well then. So, they're going to come up against a good defensive line of Leeds United in the Captain Rodon and Strike.
That's the one. That's the one.
The two capitans.
So if Live Score want to get in touch with us, we're available for sponsorship. All right.
I think if
Don't think anyone's paying us, mate.
as long as we take it to them and look to score early on, I think it'll be a fairly open game. It'll be like duck season, shooting fish in a barrel. I say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
This is a
I
good
hope,
point
anyway.
from Paul. With Jorginho Rudder, Daniel Farke has him believing in his abilities. He comes with a big price tag, but the way Daniel Farke is handling Jorginho was first class. That has a lot to do with it, and the fact that he's playing regular football in a team that actually wants to play football and not just be total bags of shite. So yeah, I think it's looking all right for Saturday. Like, it'll be a full house again. They'll probably bring all their fans in a taxi. To be fair,
it's a hell of a
absolute
trek.
It's a monster of a trek. Like, it's down beyond Southampton, further down the coast towards Cornwall and all that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Plymouth.
it's right
Yeah.
down the bottom. It's the foot.
Yeah, it's
Plymouth is Devon, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
In fact,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Cornwall's right at the very bottom, the little tail.
Yeah.
And then Devon takes up that chunk. You've got Exeter and Plymouth and Barnstaple and Ilfracombe at the top. And then
It's
it
a
goes
fucking
into
long way.
Somerset and all that lot down.
Somerset. I love me cider.
Somerset, lovely old
Cider.
job.
Love me cider.
I'm insider.
Huh?
Oh, come on now.
Come on, you were talking about hits earlier on as well. Yeah.
Should we do
So
some
yeah, they'll
predictions
hardly
then?
bring an awful amount with them, I don't think. So it'll be
Let's have a look.
There's going to be a few spare seats in the West Stand lower, I think. So if you haven't got a ticket already, make sure you fill up that section if it does go available. Keep an eye on the website, and
Let's have a
hopefully
look at the
it
route
does
to
happen.
Plymouth, Carl.
You what?
Let's have a look at the route to Plymouth.
What
I
are we, the
just wanna
fucking
see.
RAC?
What
Is
the
it?
fuck's
I
this?
just wanna
Barca,
say.
you get your fucking map out. Jesus Christ.
Well, we're going to have a
What gives a
look,
fuck?
but
What
all
gives
right,
a
Go,
fine.
Jay. Go on, no, fire it up
Yes,
there.
fine.
Go on.
Go on then,
Nah,
we'll
don't
play
worry
fucking.
about
Can
it.
you spot the red card on way as well? Fucking how many red cards can you see?
Doesn't matter,
Eddie
Smarty,
Stowback
forget about
trucks.
it.
How far is it,
Jesus
Jay?
Christ.
How far is it? Don't get upset. How
Welcome
far is
to
it?
the Geography Channel.
Come on.
Hey, listen, we diversify
David.
here, all right? I'm just
Like,
bringing it
because
up.
we may
Give me
as
a
well.
second
We're
now.
if we're
upset me
Yeah,
here.
you never know. We might get a sponsorship from TomTom or some shit. Come on.
Well, you never know, mate.
diversifying here. We're going to be a culinary, geographical masterpiece of a podcast, football podcast. This is the thing. It's fine.
If you set
Jesus
off now,
Christ.
5 hours 43.
That's
why I want to
exactly
bring
where
it
I
up,
thought it
'cause
was.
it's a
you know.
shocker.
I won't go that way.
Wow.
It's
I won't go
a
that
long
way.
way.
No, M6. Sack that right off.
Oh, my
chance.
God.
Fastest route
What, you
right
coming
now,
off
mate.
at Birmingham and going up up towards Derby?
M40, M42. Yeah, well, M1.
The
Absolutely.
Travel Show from Ought to Know Better.
We have really sunk here as a podcast. We'll look
What
at
we
it.
could do is we could do this for our own fans who are going to away games and go, this is what you've got ahead of you now. Like, this is the best one. We could do a traffic report and all sorts.
Imagine if they got to the Premier League and had to play Newcastle.
Whoa.
Do it for Newcastle.
All right.
This is really sad, obviously, but you've started me off now. What happens if they got into bloody Champions League and they had to play Celtic?
Let's not take the piss. For anyone listening to this on Spotify or Acast or Apple Music, we're looking at Google Maps here, and Jay is showing us how far it is to get to Newcastle from
6
Plymouth.
hours
If
55.
they ever
Jesus
got
H.
promoted.
Jesus H.
6
Christ.
hours 55. Whoa. It's a killer.
Wow.
By the time you stopped a few times, it'd be about 9 hours.
And look at those roadworks as well.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Yeah, unbelievable, Jeff.
How many
Anyway,
service
that's
stations
enough of
can we run
that.
into that?
Matt
That is
Wright's
enough of
asking
that.
for directions now. We've got to stop
Yeah.
this.
Jay, Johnny Brown's just noticed here. He said, Jay, it looks like you've got lipstick on, lad. Are you drinking
It's the
that
lighting,
strawberry
pal.
daiquiri, are you?
Well, it's that and the lighting, yeah. It's red.
Jay's
It's not
been
to do
looking
with
for
his
a light.
lipstick. He's had his lips done. He's had his lips
That's
done
right.
with his shellac
Tattoo.
nails and all that shit. He's got a fucking ankle bracelet and a toe ring. Fucking Pandora
Yeah, all
toe
right,
ring, I
well.
bet.
Yeah.
Jesus
John,
Christ.
UFC Garside.
Pandora cock ring. Eh?
Didn't realise they made them that big enough to go around you. Like a belt. Is
Oh
that what
my
it is?
God.
Let's move on.
So John LUFC Garside says, I just hope we don't fuck it up in January and mess about with signing Rodon. I did see a lot of people kind of freaking out on Twitter when your man got injured for Spurs yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
There's no clause that they can take him back until the end of the season in the contract, from what I've read and what Phil Hayes said and stuff like that. So there's absolutely no fear of anything happening to Joe Rodon to get him to go back to Spurs. You're grand.
We have got to try and sign him, but I said this before. If we say no, we should just move on. We can't get into another Ben White situation where it drags out all summer.
No, that'd just be absolutely disastrous. Like,
you normally go in, don't you? You get knocked back, you go back with a better bid.
Yeah.
If that's still a no, then you move on. You don't spend all summer on it. Not for me. We should be looking at alternatives just in case.
Do you think should we be looking at them now?
We've got better recruitment people in working for the club now as well. We don't have that dickhead.
Absolutely, we have, yeah.
You know, so you'd like to think that the negotiations will be getting sorted out, hopefully before the end of the season, and not leaving it last minute.
I just like the fact that the recruitment and scouting is not done using Football Manager anymore.
Yeah.
It's actual people who have some knowledge and go see games.
Robbie Numbers says it should be a priority to sign Rodon, and I fully agree. He is a Premier League class centre-back. It's just
he is, yeah.
Look at who he's stuck behind at Spurs, you know. This is the thing.
Spurs might want him to play this season so he can step up next year, but we don't know, do we?
This could be it, like, you know.
It could be that, but on the other hand, for me, he's at that age where he should now be doing that. He should be stepping in and starting to play if he's going to be a Spurs player, and he's with us instead, so...
Mark Edison is coming here now, and he said that they can take him back in January. But I read an article today where Phil Hay quoted
Phil
that
Hay said they can't.
So,
no, they can't.
They can't.
I don't know.
The thing is with Rodon, like, and when you're comparing to the Ben White situation last time, is Ben White came up through the leagues. You know, he played League 2, League 1, then came to the Championship with us, then went to Brighton, and then went on. What Rodon's done, and he's gone from Swansea to Spurs, can't get in the team, so he's come back down into the Championship. That means that he's either not effective or that he's not wanted. Granted that they've got the new manager at Spurs, but I would say that there's more of an opportunity to sign him on a permanent basis than there was with Ben White, even though we all thought Ben White would have loved to come to us and would have definitely improved us as a team because he was an absolute... He was a cheat code in that league. He was just unreal. He was quality. I don't think Rodon's as good as Ben White. That's just my opinion. He is a good player, is Rodon, but I just don't think he's on the same level as Ben White. But, you know, he's still effective, and I'd still probably like to see him come over permanently.
Yeah, me too, definitely. I don't want to lose any of these players, really. I mean, obviously, there's a couple who probably should move on at the end of this, unless they're happy to be fringe players for the next year or two. But like the first team starting players, I'd like us to keep everyone, ideally.
Yeah, this is a good point.
No, can't, Mark. I just thought I'd bring Mark yet again. I'm going to tell you one more last time. I know Mark, so it's fine. I can talk to him like this. He can't go back because he's contractually obligated to stay, regardless of the situation at Spurs. Phil Hayes already reported. So
not all loans.
We'll end up getting one back in capitals soon.
Not all loans. Not all loans have a recall clause. It has to be included in the loan.
But we paid the fee in full up front, apparently, for Rodon for the loan move. So that seems to be why that's a bit more concrete. Now, Evie's also said that by summer he'll only have 1 year left in his contract, so should make it easier than when we try to sign Ben White, which is you got to look at it that way as well.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Right, so let's get some predictions down on paper. First of the comments to put in a prediction now gets it. So go for it. Smarty, come to you first, man.
Oh, Jesus.
What are you thinking, hey?
Oh, I'm going to say 3-0 Leeds.
Going to say 3-0 Leeds.
Actually, we'll do this, and I have been informed of the current predictions league final places. However, it's not that accurate because someone has a -3 points coming their way.
which is a load of crap. It's 0 for a draw.
It's not. It's -3. You changed it.
Nah. Anyway, I'll never bet. I'll never bet on any result other than the Leeds win ever again. I'll not do it. Not now. I've been burned.
Old friend of the pod.
These predictions.
Bremner's Ghost gets in there first with 4-1 leads. Oof. Jet.
What?
Don't what me, sunshine.
What do you want from me,
What's
Carl?
your prediction like?
What are you having for TJ? You know, what are you drinking at this moment in time? Apparently, from your fucking fanny juice.
Are you going 4-1 as well?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll never bet anything other than Leeds win now. I've been burned.
I'm going to go 3-1.
I went for what I believed. I've been burned.
You do look like you've been burned.
Under this light.
Like a freshly cooked shrimp.
A rotisserie chicken.
Did you say that you had some insider knowledge there about the old predictions, did you?
I do. Currently, however, you know...
Hold on. Are you going to do them now?
No, well, I don't know what you're doing. Are you introducing some kind of little clip or something? I don't know. Give us a clue.
Auto know better predictions.
Group.
We're just waiting for
Keep you on your toes, Smarty.
Come out of nowhere.
Stop staring at it in group, Smarty, you twat.
So apparently, even though Jay thinks he's right and it's not a -3 for a draw, you are wrong, of course.
I've accepted it. I'm just not happy about it.
Apart from that aside, so currently in our predictions league, in first place is Bren on 19 points. Gilly is in second with 16. I'm on third with 14. Fucking what's going on? I couldn't get a point last year. I couldn't buy a point last year. It's because I'm not backing against Leeds. It's because we're actually decent this year. Carl's on. You are in fourth place with 13 points. Luke is in fifth with 9. Jay is in sixth with 8, and the fans right at the very, very bottom of our league with 4 points. However, Jay has been given a -3 point deduction penalty because he's a
I feel like Lewis Hamilton here.
And he's
getting hammered with bullshit penalties.
He went a draw, and if you draw and we win, you get -3 points. Oh, cock. Sorry. So it looks like you're on 5 points.
It's over for me. I won it last year.
But Gilly will do an up-to-date thing. We haven't had a proper predictions league or anything like that for a while, so he'll do it next time he features, I'm sure.
What did I go during for the last game? I thought I went 2-1.
Well, if you don't know, I don't know.
That's 3 points.
I think me and you both went 2-1, didn't we? Actually.
Yeah, I think that's 3 points though, because
three big ones.
You went 3-0 for Huddersfield, but I don't have the Leicester one, Carl. I only have the Huddersfield one.
I'd have to check the group chat. Do we have any other business in relation to Plymouth, lads? Anything else you want to say? Freshly cooked shrimp. What's that?
It's what Smarty said I look like because I'm really pink under this light.
Oh, right.
It's really, this ring light is shocking, to be fair. It looks like I'm being fried under a sunbed.
That's not what your mum said. It's all about hits and what mum said tonight now.
That's it.
So, yeah. Do we have any Andy's Man Club information, lads?
Yeah, you can read it out, but I'll bring it up for you, mate. I've loaded us one up.
Read it up.
Which I
bring
clipped
it up there,
from the messages.
Get it up.
Get it up. That's what she
always
said.
do, pal. Always do.
So as you can see there, 12th of November, Barber Club from 11 to 3 p.m. W2 Barbers, Easterly Road. Get your hair cut or just come and have a chat. All proceeds go to Andy's Man Club. Then on the 24th, we have the pool snooker night, Northern Snooker Centre on Kirkstall Road. Just come for a few games of pool and a chat, and we'll have the tables upstairs. Kirkstall.
Okay.
Well, what did I say?
You said Kirkstall.
Yeah, that's Kirkstall.
It's Kirkstall.
He's got an accent.
Nah, it's Kirkstall.
He's fine. He's
going to come here. He's going to come here with his duty free. He can learn to say it properly.
Hold on a second here now. You're saying.
Yeah, Carl, did you get one of them big Toblerones?
No, I did not.
Oh, yeah.
I bought 4 litres of alcohol. Man. We're going to do like a quick trip back, on 4th in a day or whatever. We'll do a few bits. Then Saturday, you've got the Saturday 25th of November, the Walk and Talk with Mental Health Mates, a peer support group walking group. at Roundhay Park, meeting at 11 a.m. outside the Lakeside Cafe. Did I pronounce that correctly, Jay? Did I?
You did, mate. Yeah, that's okay. Is that?
Rick? All our all our events are open to friends, family, and partners. So yeah, look, just go along. There's nothing wrong with having a chat with anyone here.
Don't
and there.
forget the Monday, every Monday that they meet at 7 o'clock, 7 while 8. You can Google or you can look for their local centres and stuff like that. Find your local centre if you want to go and have a word and have a good crack.
Yeah, 7 to 9 every Monday in a local centre. So
it's good to
get on board with that, man. It's there's worse things you can be doing on a Monday if you're just not feeling up to it.
It's a very strange comment from Diggler. He says, "How do you lot say Hare Hills?"
I say Hare Hills.
These days, I do
Hare
actually say Hare Hills, but when I was younger, I used to call it Air Hills.
As in the song by shit. Can't remember.
It's Ariel's.
Ariel the Mermaid.
Ariel's and Roundy Park.
All right.
Yep, there you go. So I was going to ask, just to finish off, has anyone got any other business or anyone found something that they'd maybe like to rant about or anything of the sort? Would you like a bit of an old bitter moment? Anybody? Or are you just still buzzing after Friday night? Yeah.
I'd like a kip, to be honest with you. I'm knackered.
You'd like a kip?
No, I'm not angry enough about it at the moment, Carl. I'm on a high. I went to Leicester. It was great. We won. We buzzing, man. I'm just, not to complain about.
Good. That's good to hear. Schmarty?
No, I tend to get stuff off my chest during the podcast. If I've got any sort of pent-up anger, it's usually directed towards Jay anyway. Or yourself, actually, tonight. You've got for it as well.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's been a bit racist. Just a bit of casual racism now between friends, like, you know what I mean? It's not anything serious, so nobody go reporting anything, like, you know what I mean? It's just casual
now
racism
we're going to get flagged
friends.
by YouTube.
All right.
I think it's xenophobic. It's not racism, but we'll let that one go.
That's all the fucking
We'll not
same,
debate
anyway.
that one any further.
No, we'll leave that where it is.
Should we get on COD later, Smarty?
Possibly.
Good man.
New Modern Warfare is out on the 10th, lads.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
It's already out, mate. It's already out, mate. If you're a
Oh,
legend.
when you
That's
download
fucking
it, is
level.
it?
That's fucking
Right.
You want
Good
physical games, man. So you've got a collection. You don't want digital downloads for £100 a pop. You can get fucked with that. I'm not paying that.
Yeah, sound, yeah.
And then when you sell your console, you have to erase your profile off it. So there's no games.
Why
with
would you
it,
sell
so
your
it's not worth
console?
anything.
Why would you do that? This is a Leeds United podcast, not a fucking shithouse fucking Xbox/PlayStation podcast.
Well, you want to trade in when the new one comes out, don't you?
Fuck, just buy it. What's up with you?
Anyway,
Can't spake.
I like a deal.
We all like a deal. But at the end of the day, we do have to end this podcast. Thanks for joining us.
More than others.
Yeah. If you're on
Thanks,
the Peacock
everyone.
on Saturday and you see us,
You
come
will.
for a pint.
Always there.
Don't
Say
throw it
hello.
over Jay, for God's
Don't,
sake.
Jay. No. When I say come
You'll
for a
waste
pint,
half of it.
bring me a pint. Nice one. We'll catch you later.